Part two, here we pick up again. On this ride, there were numerous herbivore sightings, including a small herd of kudzu that were pulling leaves off shrubs and trees and an elephant that was walking down the road in front of us. We even witnessed a group of warthogs dashing across the road to a watering hole. A woman in our group said that she saw warthogs dining on a variety of grasses and fruits while on a different safari from the previous day. Our guide explained that warthogs also eat many types of local insects. We observed a massive groups of zebras and wildebeest dining together on leaves from various shrubs. Apparently, these animals have developed a social relationship that aids in both groups' survival. Zebras have excellent eyesight, and wildebeest have excellent hearing. Grazing together, these groups can alert each other when a predator, such as a leopard, approaches. Leopards are smaller in size than lions and hunt alone, but they can attack and kill a wildebeest and young zebras. As we finished up for the day, I reflected on many animals that we'd observed thus far in the trip. Out of our big five, we'd spotted only elephants and lions. The Cape buffalo, leopards, and rhinoceroses still eluded us. Therefore, we will have more success in our final 2 days. Day 4. At breakfast this morning, I was surprised to see a monkey eating out of the fruit bowl on the buffet table. As I squeaked and pointed, the hostess laughed and told me it was a verret monkey. Apparently, they are known for sneaking into patios and stealing fruit. In the wild, though, they eat a variety of foods, including insects, fruits, and leaves from different types of trees and shrubs. After breakfast, we headed out for a visit for a rehabilitation center for abandoned and injured animals. Many of the staff at this center are volunteers who donate their time to help nurse the animals back to health in hopes of releasing them back into the wild. If an animal was able to return, it becomes a permanent resident of the center. At the center, we met 2 cheetahs that suffered from permanent leg injuries. These injuries prevent them from being able to successfully hunt animals such as warthogs, springbucks, and impalas, so they are permanent residents of the center. We also observed a hyena, a small African cat called a serval, and many lions. My favorite exhibit housed a pack of endangered African wild dogs. As I read about the species, I learned that they have 4 toes instead of the typical 5 on their forelegs, large rounded ears, and a unique colored coat. They are very social animals and hunt in packs to bring down larger animals such as impalas, kudzus, and wildebeest. They also hunt smaller animals such as rock hyraxes. After leaving the rehabilitation center, we went for an afternoon safari drive. We saw some of the common herbivores grazing: impalas, kudzus, zebras, giraffes, springbucks, and wildebeest. We watched an adorable animal called a rock hyrax survey the land from atop a rock. We assumed he was looking for predators before heading out to find food. Our guide explained that rock hyraxes are omnivores and eat grasses, fruits, and insects. We also observed crocodiles basking in the hot sun along the banks of a river. I asked if crocodiles ever hunted hippos, and our guide explained that crocodiles eat baby hippos as well as other animals that come to the riverbank, including Cape buffaloes, impalas, springbucks, wildebeest, zebras, and verret monkeys. The highlight of the safari ride was a group of rhinoceroses in the distance. They appeared to be grazing on the grasses and shrubs. We spent a great deal of time watching them through binoculars. I wish we could have moved closer, but I was excited that we were able to spot these elusive animals in their natural habitat. After we returned to the lodge, I talked with a different guide about my experiences in the Kruger so far. He asked me if we'd seen all the big 5. I explained that the Cape buffalo and the leopard continued to elude us. To my surprise, he told me that a herd of Cape buffaloes was grazing just past the lodge's fence. We hopped in his truck and drove only 2 minutes before reaching the herd. We watched them for a short time in the evening light as they grazed on grasses. On the ride back, I thanked him for taking the time to drive me to the fence to witness another of the big 5. I can now officially say that I've spotted 4 of the big 5 African animals. I have 1 day left to spot the extremely elusive leopard. Day 5. On our final safari, we spent the entire day exploring Kruger National Park. First thing we encountered is a traffic jam of SUVs and safari vehicles. As I look around, I spotted 3 hyenas just off the road. One was lying down, and the other 2 were nervously pacing. They made the most eerie sound when they communicated with each other. It was like a high pitched laugh that sent chills down my spine. We could not figure out why they were so close to our vehicles and not scampering off. Then a guide in another vehicle pointed into a tree. Taking out my binoculars, I could not believe what I saw. A leopard. Not just a leopard, but a leopard in a tree with a fresh kill, an impala, dangling from the branches. I remembered reading that African leopards are the smallest of the large cats, but are the strongest climbers. Lions and hyenas steal their prey if given the opportunity, so leopards will drag their heavy prey up to a tree for safekeeping. Leopards have been known to drag impalas, springboks, warthogs into the trees, and they also prey on smaller animals such as hyraxes and birds. I cannot believe I just seen the final animal of the Big Five. The hyenas, being opportunistic scavengers, wanted the impala but could not climb the tree. According to our guide, hyenas hunt smaller prey such as rock hyraxes and birds by themselves. They also hunt larger animals such as wildebeest, impalas, warthogs, and springboks by working as a group. However, scavengers allow them to exert their less energy, and they will not pass up a free meal. Hyenas will scavenge the bodies of most large animals found in Kruger. After spending a great deal of time watching the leopards feed and hyenas circle the tree, we eventually made our way to another part of the park. Throughout the day, we spotted colorful birds, large herds of impalas grazing on the grasses, a lone male kudzu munching some grass, and a great number of giraffes. A parade of elephants crossed our path at one point. We watched a group of females and a calf make their way along a worn path in the brush to a watering hole. On our way back to the lodge, we passed the tree where the leopard had been, but it was gone. The hyenas were still circling the tree, trying to figure out how to scavenge the rest of the impala, which was still high up in the tree. On our final day at Kruger National Park came to an end, I reflected on all the amazing plants and animal life in this ecosystem. The park is home to the largest and tallest land animals on the planet. The vast grassy lands allow numerous herbivores to graze and attract unique and ferocious carnivores that feed on those herbivores. What a complex and diverse system and an ecosystem. On the final stretch, I looked out to the horizon at the African sunset glooming through the arcata trees.